This is Lara Henares making your day with part 34 of my essay on great civilizations. Chapter, The Glory That Was Greece. The Greeks are children. Clever, of course, but still children, said the Egyptian priest to a Greek named Solon, as recorded by Plato in the year 600 before Christ was born. At the time, the Egyptian colossus still stood, as it did 3,000 years before, but it was already in the last stages of decay. Its splendor of life had boiled over and wasted into steam and froth. Looking east, Egyptian would see the ruins of other empires. The Hittites, the deadly Assyrians were gone. Mighty Babylon and mighty Egypt about to be absorbed into the Persian Empire. As for the Greeks, they were everywhere. In Egypt, Syria, Asia Minor, in hundreds of colonies scattered in the Aegean Islands and along the coasts from Marseille to the Black Sea. They were an intelligent people, good mercenary soldiers, keen traders, and skilled craftsmen. But there was also something irritating about their perpetual curiosity. They were brave warriors and expert sailors, but far from falling in line behind a king like the obedient Egyptians and the Babylonians. They could rarely be persuaded to even follow their own clan leaders for long. They were perpetually quarreling among themselves. The trouble was that they would argue and regard themselves as free men, whatever that meant. More about this after these messages. This is Lara Henares making your day with part 34 of my essay on great civilizations, chapter, The Glory That Was Greece. And we continue to quote, "The Greeks are children. Clever, of course, but still children," said the Egyptian priest as he would return to his temple to perform once again the sacred rites which his predecessors had been practicing since the dawn of history. He did not ask questions. His ancestors had provided all the answers more than 3,000 years ago. The most perplexing contradiction in the character of the ancient Greek with the Filipino is between their capacity for rational thought as grossest superstition. They were probably the most intelligent and most knowledgeable people that ever lived. They were founders of what we call science. They observed, they studied, they reasoned out things. They discovered the true nature of eclipses, that the world was round, and that, like the other planets, the Earth revolved around the sun. They conducted deep inquiries about the origin of matter, calling the primal substance physis. Nature, since our word physics, made up of indivisible particles from atomos, meaning indivisible comes our word atom. Yet, these brilliant men, brilliant people, respected oracles and could base vital decisions such as whether or not to resist the Persians and therefore whether or not Western civilization should survive on the babblings of an old woman squatting in a cave at Delphi, chewing laurel leaves. There was never a unified Greek state, partly because of the geography of its country, divided as it was by high mountains and sea channels running deep inland like the Philippines, and partly due to the character of the people themselves. The Greek ideal of government became the small, independent city-state, which they called polis. It is from this incidentally unrelated in Greek words such as polites, citizen, and politeia, citizenship, that we derive our words political, pertaining to the state or its government, and politician, one allegedly skilled in politics. To the Greeks, the state was the city and its surrounding areas, most of them small. This is Larry Henares making your day. Nagsasabi, magandang araw. Pagpalain kayo ng Diyos at salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay. Hanggang sa susunod na pagkakataon, ito si Larry Henares, nagpapaalam sa inyong lahat. Hasta la bye-bye.